Hello everyone and welcome to this month's Honest Hero Spotlight. Now, before the video actually starts, just give me a moment to scream my anger out into the world. Supports. What about them? They're fantastic, right? Wrong. Believe it or not, but in this game, supports might just be the least needed character class there is. And that is just simply due to the fact that most supports don't synergize with any characters that require support at all. Let's just make ourselves a mental list of the best late game carries at the moment. Is what I would say if I gave a shit about your opinion. So we've got Clint, Irefel and Leslie, which are all characters that start to shine the most once late game starts to come around. Now think about this. Do any of these heroes have even the slightest possibility to combo with an Estes, a Diggy or a Rafaela? No, and that's just because all of the above heroes need to be close to their allies to unleash their full potential. So supports very often lose a lot of their ability to give their team an advantage once their carry is out of reach. But what if I told you that there was a support that didn't have this problem? A support whose only purpose is to stick around their preferred ally, enabling him to make every team fight a living nightmare. That, kids, is the magic of Angela. Now, as previously mentioned, supports in general aren't a very popular class, so it's understandable that whenever a new support gets released, instead of the usual 2-week hype, they get 5 months of neglection before people eventually start to realize that maybe being able to heal your entire team for roughly 2k health every 4 seconds might not actually be that bad. But Angela was different. When Angela was announced, she brought the promise of a fun, new, and exciting game mechanic. And as a result, her hype span lasted for roughly, let's just do some calculations here, and oh yeah, and we can see that it's still going! Now, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I fucking hate Angela, because Angela is just all the most annoying characteristics of ML stuffed together in a single hero, thus creating the literal textbook definition of what a support shouldn't be like. Now, this is the part where I'd ask if the following requirements to playing Angela apply to you, but while writing the script I realized that there are no requirements to playing Angela. So instead, let's just do this. Take the most annoying slow, the highest mobility, the best DPS and the strongest CC spell in the game. Now imagine playing against a character with all those things and increase it by 10. That's what it's like to play against an Angela, because Angela doesn't have counterplay, and I'll explain that to you right now. Angela's passive is called Who the Fuck Needs Boots. Every ability that Angela casts gives her a stack of her passive that stacks up to 2 times, with each stack giving her 15% movement speed. I'd love to say it's more complex than that, but it just isn't. She punches you, and then she runs fast. That's it. Angela's first ability is called Love with fuck this name, it's the literal fucking Destructo disc. Every once in a while, Angela gains the charge for this ability that max out at 5 charges. For every charge, Angela can fire a wave, if you can call it that slows and damages enemies while healing herself and allies hit by the ability. And what's even worse is that the slow stacks. The slow motherfucking stacks! Meaning that she can keep you slowed for roughly 10 seconds straight. And it's AIDS! It's the purest form of AIDS imaginable, seeing this little disease run up to you. And with every blow she lands on you, you move slower while she heals herself. Here's a side-by-side comparison of an Angela using her one on an enemy and Frieza getting sliced in half by a Destructo disc. Now, which one seems more brutal? This one or this one? Exactly, this one. Now listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is super fucking important. Each enemy hit by this ability will be marked. Now, the marks themselves don't actually do anything, but once an enemy reaches 5 marks, they will take bonus damage when hit by your 2, which we'll be talking about right now. Angela's second ability is called Puppet on a String. Angela tethers herself to an enemy, doing damage and slowing them for the duration, and if the enemy is still connected to the tether after 4 seconds, they take damage again and are also rooted. I hate this ability. I hate all her abilities, granted, but this one I hate the most, because it's pretty much a guaranteed 2-second root if she's already hit you with her one a couple of times. But alongside that, it also deals a hefty chunk of damage if you're at 5 marks, meaning this ability doesn't just hurt emotionally when you see this masochistic loli forcing you to stay in place, having to take everything her allies throw at you, but it also hurts physically. Like a lot. Okay, now before I move on to her ultimate, let's just enjoy the fact that I haven't made a single bad puppet joke for this entire video. Until now.
A lot of countries import other countries' garbage. Canada gave this Justin Bieber.
You can have him, honey, but Kosh, this toy contains small parts.
You shut the up and hide.
Got to win, break bread with the enemy. No matter how many cats I break bread with, I break who you sending me. You motherfuckers never wanted nothing but your life saved. Bitch, and that's on a light day, I'm getting down.
Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing.
Bitch, please.
That's terrible, but catchy.
Stay out my way, motherfucker. Gonna rock, do we gonna fall? Do we let it pop? No, let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. We gonna rock, do we gonna fall? Do we let it pop? No, let it go.
Angela's ultimate is called Heart Guard. Angela can choose any allies currently alive and... Are you paying attention? Because I spent hours procrastinating before I came up with 1,000 analogies for this ability, and all of them were incredibly awful, so I decided to take the most obvious solution and just make another Dragon Ball reference. You fuse with them. You literally pull some DBZ fusion technique on them and become one hero. Ult the Harley and become Gotenks, ult the Gord and become Vegito, ult the Hilda and become Kefla, or ult the Franco and get scarred for life, because seriously, you don't want to know what that big man looks like from the inside. After Angela's ulted an ally, she can use her 1 and 2 and will, and her passive will also apply to whoever she's decided to ult. But that's not even the end. When you get ulted by Angela, you also get a massive fuck off shield that scales with 200% of her magical power, and lasts for a few seconds, which each feel like an eternity. I swear to god, this ability is so depressing when you've been chasing a Chu or Martis for the jungle for 20 seconds, and all of a sudden he just gets a shield the size of Minos HP bar, becomes this tanky, bursty, slowy, fast man of a man, turns around and starts to slaughter you and all of your teammates. The only slightly balanced thing about this ability is that Angela can't use her battle spells or item actives while she's ulting someone. Oh yeah, I forgot to add, her 1 also immediately gains 5 charges. Fuck you, Riot. So overall, Angela's a pretty good support that is good in most situations, mainly because she takes zero thought to play. So when the enemy team has a support that's, by comparison, hard to play, she'll still feel pretty half-assed, since a frontliner on steroids will most likely always lose the fight when the opposition consists of an entire team on steroids. But seriously, don't play Angela. I'll report you. So as you may have guessed, when it comes to hatred, Angela's pretty high up there on my list, which is why she's taken rank 3 by storm and has managed to stay there since her first day on the job. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, a like is very much appreciated. And of course, make sure to leave a comment down below telling me what hero I should do next. And as always, I'll see you next time.
Everybody get your fucking hands up.